Hi, I'm David. Welcome to another episode of Changing Times. Today's episode is quite a special one because it's me and my family. We wanted to share how we're coping with the pandemic and lockdown and how our thoughts and concerns about our business. So please enjoy and stay safe.
Hi!
Well, before we come on, what are you doing?
He's introducing himself.
So go on, Ty.
My name's Tyler. I'm Sarah.
I'm David.
I'm Selma.
And we are
The
GoProductions.
Oultons.
Watching.
I can't stop yawning.
You've done nothing all morning.
Exactly.
So, before we come on today, we'll do this to check in, say who we are, and see how we're all doing. Are you okay, Ty?
Yes.
Good. So, how old are you, Ty?
Oh,
How old are you?
7.
And are you going to school?
No. Are you?
But why aren't you going to school right now?
Because of this coronavirus.
Terrible, innit?
Yes. And I don't like school actually, and that's why I'm happy not going there now.
Do you want to go back to school? But we are doing schoolwork at home, aren't we? We do 1 to 2 hours a day. We are getting some stuff done, but we're making it fun, aren't we?
We're making it too good.
Are we making it too good for you? Yeah.
Too easy.
So it's dead easy then.
Obviously, I'll have to up my game, won't I? Make it harder.
When you're not doing schoolwork, Ty, what are you doing?
Today I just done one handwriting, and that's it. We're just watching movies now.
Sarah, what are you doing during lockdown?
So, when I'm not teaching him, on a Monday, I teach makeup class via Zoom. So, because I work for a makeup academy. So when lockdown happened, we moved all of our stuff online. So I've been doing that. I run my own makeup business as well, so I can still actively promote that, build my team up. And I help my mum and David as well. Take my mum shopping, get any of the medical prescriptions that they need picking up. So yeah, we're just helping different people, aren't we?
Yeah, and we're doing the food deliveries.
We do. We help an hour for others once a week and deliver food parcels to families, vulnerable and the elderly, which you love doing them, don't you?
Yeah.
What are you doing during lockdown?
Well, what happened? She does.
Well, I've done the inside, I've done the outside. What stays still gets painted. What doesn't stay still doesn't get painted. So David keeps moving around the room. But now I've done all the gardens. I've done all the fencing. We've decorated David's room. We've decorated the bathroom. And obviously day-to-day living, shopping, cleaning. The house has never looked so clean. So, and I'm washing.
I see a crumb down there.
So,
I can see one on the wall. There's something up on the wall as well.
Is there?
Webs.
I haven't done it today. I have a lazy Monday today because David obviously is still having his infusion. So, so I do have a lazy Monday really.
So was there any chance of David's infusion being stopped?
It
It
would have been.
If I would have had to have had a nurse to come and put the needle in and stuff, but luckily Mum's trained to be able to access reports, so nothing's really been affected by the lockdown and stuff. All our deliveries are still getting delivered and stuff, so I'm quite lucky that way.
How are you coping? Because obviously you've been in self-isolation for longer than lockdown. How are you coping with that?
It just took me back to before we had the business of me just stay like mingling at home and just watching TV, which I hated. Being difficult, but luckily with the contacts of friends and work that we've got, I've been able to keep myself amused and I'm having this little like acorn of an idea of changing times. It's kept us busy.
So have you not thought about starting any new hobbies or anything?
I haven't had time to be fair. I wanted to, because I'm kind of a videographer, as they say, and I just wanted to try and home in on them skills of learn more about the package that I use to edit and stuff, but with doing changing times and stuff, I just haven't had time to.
What about you, Mum? Have you not thought about starting anything new?
Oh, as I say, I've been too busy doing everything outside and inside, and
You play new games.
I've made a cushion out of a curtain, a velvet curtain I found in a cushion bag. So, you know, handheld, hand sewn. Any little jobs which I would have left, have been done. So yeah, I have kept myself busy. We've binged watched a lot of programs we would never have watched or had time to have watched. So binge watched a lot of them.
Not healthy.
It's not healthy really, but you know, it's made the time pass go. You know, pass
till
quickly.
The early hours of the morning.
Till stupid o'clock in the morning, and then you don't want to get up of the morning then. But we do. But yeah, I mean, thank goodness the weather's been good. A bit cold, I think, the last day or so, but it's been nice. Oh, how sweet!
Look over there.
I enjoy going shopping with Sarah, because obviously
Really?
it's the only day I go out.
That's nice for you.
So I'm seeing other people, but social distancing. Not enjoying spending all the money that we're spending when we do go shopping, because we found every week that things that were costing one amount 6 weeks ago have now got money added to them, and they're the same items. So that's
how are you finding the shops? Are the keeping social distance? Are you finding them quite busy?
Outside, the social distance is kept. Inside, I don't feel that, especially Asda, I don't feel that the staff are particularly keeping social distance. They're very busy. There's a lot of people in them. There's not too many problems. There's only a couple of things we can't get our hands on, but then we're managing to get them because I'll shop for other people on Thursday, Friday, and they'll shop for me on a Monday. So where I might not be able to get eggs, they're managing to get eggs. So I've found up to now that's really the only thing that we haven't been able to get our hands on. We've been lucky with everything.
And spaghetti.
Oh, and spaghetti, yeah, and spaghetti.
And cannelloni for that one.
Well, we managed to get that because we went up to Morrison's. So yeah, but it's just I'm spending more money on food.
Spending a lot more money on food than I normally would, because usually, obviously, I'm only buying his packed lunch a couple of days a week. I only pay. If I'm in work, then I'll normally spend out. But because we're home, I'm spending a lot more because I've got to think about his lunch, his breakfast. We do go to you for tea, but not every day. So we've got to think about them days when we're here. Plus, he snacks an awful lot.
Yeah.
An awful lot. And he doesn't just have one thing at a time. He'll have 3 or 4 things. So I've noticed I've got a lot more in, and it's cost me a lot more than even what the government's given us, because I am getting the school meal vouchers, but they don't last very long. They don't go very far.
So, Ty, what's your favourite part of being in lockdown?
Be everything I'll do.
Is it spending more time with mummy? Is it being at home?
Everything.
I have noticed a big difference in his behaviour as well, because Ty is autistic. We would often have meltdowns in the morning going to school. He could have meltdowns after school. But since lockdown and him not being in school, there's been a huge change in his behaviour. we're not having as many meltdowns now. If they are, they're kind of contained and don't last as long.
I'm very
And
emotional.
he is very, very emotional at the moment.
Especially on a Thursday and a Friday, for some reason, you're very emotional, aren't you, Ty? So,
But
what do you miss that you're not doing?
What are you missing?
What you're missing?
I'm missing the seeing our family.
Right, okay. But you're seeing us anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, just
do you mean like to grandma and granddad?
yeah, like the whole family.
And friends.
Yeah.
Are you
What are
missing
you
going?
missing, Sarah?
What?
What are you missing?
Do you know what? Not a lot. I miss, it's going to sound absolutely stupid, but because I'm doing the deliveries on a Thursday for an hour for others, and it's lunchtime when we're going to collect all the parcels, I'm missing just being able to nip somewhere for food, to nip and going into Asda even for a sandwich, because I've really got to think, well, hang on, I haven't got an hour to wait in a queue, or I'm missing just nipping to the drive-through to grab something quick to eat. That's what I'm missing more than anything, is just being able to nip somewhere to grab food. I've really got to think about what I want and when I'm going out.
Yeah.
What are you missing?
Do you know what? Not a lot. Obviously seeing other people, but because obviously we've got Zoom, we've got FaceTime, I'm speaking to everybody more than what I did before lockdown. I mean, I do miss seeing friends and family that we saw on a regular basis, but I'm enjoying the slower pace and not having to rush from meeting to meeting. I think that's something that this has taught us, that, you know, that's not everything. I know David's saving a lot of money, so he's not missing going out shopping. But no, I think that's it more than anything, sort of being able to go and see friends and family. As David said, as Tyler said, you know, it is quite bizarre. I think you took it for granted, whereas now we can't take it for granted.
Yeah. What are you missing, Dave?
I was waiting for that.
See it, I could see it.
I don't know, just being able to go out. Don't get me wrong, I have been out in like the car once or twice, but I just felt I was still in isolation because going from the house to the car and then to the house and that was it. So just being able to go in the car and get out of it, I think will be more.
And having a walk round.
Well, that's pushing it for me, but yeah.
We'll push you around somewhere.
Yeah.
That's
just
if he allows me.
Being in a different space, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
and seeing and being able to interact with other people. So don't get me wrong, as much as I like you, you know,
we haven't killed one another yet, have we?
No. Conquerors. So how has lockdown affected GoEvents?
Oh God. Well, it's.
Have we got a company still?
I don't know. It really started before it was officially announced with lockdown. Because a few of the events that we do, and we've had to postpone them for like later on in the year, which now we're really unsure whether they're going to happen until 2021. Because of the whole social distancing thing, there's no point having like a big, even 100-person event when you can have, you've got to have 2 meters apart from each other, and that doesn't work on a 6-foot table.
No.
So it's like 3 or
4 people.
Yeah. So GoEvents, I don't know.
Financially for GoEvents, because obviously we're not entitled to any of the government loans or things that they put in place. How financially has it affected the company?
We've had no money
whatsoever. Where obviously we've got the production side, the video side, that exactly the same as the events. All them videos, the clients still want them. Now they're like making lists of what
What
else
you want.
you want. But we still can't do them and bring the money in. So that with us not bringing money in, it's incurring bills that we normally pay on a monthly going. We've had to cancel them direct debits, which luckily the receiver being really understanding of the situation. So we've just got to really ride the wave, and hopefully with the kind of restrictions that being lifted, I could potentially go out as long as the social distance is abide by, to try and bring some income in to pay bills off. But at the moment, but obviously we're doing Changing Times and odd bits and bobs I'm doing. It's keeping GoEvents and GoProductions name out there.
Yeah.
How would you think in YouTube to do it?
What he means is, what do you think of people's YouTube channels and how video has helped people during lockdown?
Is that what you mean, mate?
Yes.
So I think YouTube has really come, but not just YouTube, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and all them type of Disney Plus and all them services has really helped people get through the time of doing nothing. So, and different types of videos and stuff, people can just search anything they want and we find it.
Yeah, like my YouTube channel.
Yeah, like Tyler's YouTube channel, which we'll
I get the plug in there, didn't you?
put the link down below.
So Ty, when the government say you've got to go back to school,
Oh God.
how do you feel about that?
I'll just be scared.
But why would you be scared going back to school?
I'll be scared because if I was away from you, it would take forever to come back.
No, it won't.
It would.
You're going to be in school for the same amount of time as what you usually are.
Like
We
6
do less.
6 hours.
6 minutes.
Because I mean, realistically, Ty, you've got to go back to school, haven't you?
Some people actually don't like school, so.
Are you worried about basically going back integrated into society? And
I think it can be a worry, because if they put sort of like a date on it when they say, right, it's lifted now, I know it's going to be phased, but why is that day going to be any different than today? Until you see the figures of how many cases there are, opposed to, if they turn around and said, right, there's not been any cases for X amount of weeks and there's not been any deaths for X amount of weeks, the chances are that we are getting on top of this virus. But it is scary to think that one day we will be having contact with strangers. At least now the people that I'm contacted with, I know where they've been 24 hours a day.
Are you scared about interacting with people, Dave? Because obviously you haven't. You've only interacted with a certain people.
I would say yeah. Obviously, because even though I'm classed as vulnerable, I am more aware of the environment that I could put myself into. So I've just got to think about where I'm putting myself. And as long as the social distance abide, I'm one of these people, if I agree with something or whatever, I'll try and follow it. I'll take the good and I'll take the bad and I'll use what I want and put it best suited to me.
Because
how would you feel about with GoEvents? Are you comfortable with putting yourself, which some of the events that we're doing have sold out?
Yeah.
So,
well, I don't think they're going to happen this year, personally. Speaking to different people.
So, what about you, Sarah? With obviously the makeup course and stuff, all them students come from everywhere.
Everywhere in Liverpool like that.
So how are you? Are you comfortable putting yourself in an environment where you really don't know where that person's come from, or if they've abided by the rules?
To be honest, right now, I don't even want to go back. Full stop. I've enjoyed being at home and working online where I don't have to have contact with people. But going back into that situation, no, because of what we do and we are so close to people. I mean, I've seen something where beauty salons and that, the clients and the beauty therapist has got to wear masks. That's impossible for us. There's no way I can do a client's makeup with them wearing a mask. So I've got no choice but to put myself in that vulnerable state. And no, I'm not really comfortable going back into that so soon. Even come July, I don't think I'd be comfortable doing that.
How do you feel? I mean, I know Ty's year isn't affected right now about going back to school, because it's reception year 1 and year 6 that they're talking about could possibly go back the 1st of June, or thereabouts. If he was one of those years, would you send him back to school?
Yes, because he needs that routine. He needs to be with the other people, because I know the longer he is off, the worse it's going to be for us to get him back in. So for me, yes, I will be putting him back in, because they wouldn't be putting them in unless they have things in place and they felt it was safe for the kids to be there.
Would you want the school to show you and other parents what they have put in place before putting the kids back in?
Well, yeah, and I think the schools would do that. I mean, we've had messages off them today saying that they literally found out about the government's plans when we found out about it last night, and they're waiting for more information to be filtered through to them. And as soon as they've got it and they've digested it, they'll filter it out to us.
Yeah.
So they're still in the same situation as what we are.
Fortunately for us as a family, we haven't got that decision to make yet.
No.
It's not affecting Tyler at this moment in time. I think personally, I would be very dubious about reception and year 1, because the babies, they don't understand social distancing.
I think year 1, no, I agree that they need to go back, because they've got the tables there, they've got to sit down. Reception, yet, because their learning is still through play. But year 1, it is more structured. It's just like year 2 and year 3.
So, Ty, have you got a question that you want to ask Mummy, David and Nanny?
Yes. The first one is, how do you keep yourself calm and happy?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Go on, you answer it then, sir.
Having time for me when you go to bed.
Okay.
And being able to go shopping without you.
Always you have to.
No, because I done the deliveries this week by myself, and just taking that 2 hours just for me to not have to worry about him was just a breath of fresh air. I could go where I wanted. I didn't have to think about how he was going to react to me doing it, and I could have music on in the car, and I could sing along.
Who's going to be around him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To think about.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about the houses that we were going to and getting out the car and things. It was just really nice having that time to me.
But on the flip side, you missed him being in the car.
Yeah, I did miss him being there, and him seeing how grateful the people are that we're delivering to, but also him being able to tell me where we're going to next.
So who's next, you or me?
You go next.
Go on, David.
How do I stay? What was the question?
Calm.
How do you stay calm and happy?
How do I stay calm and happy? Well, how I try and stay calm and happy is by just thinking positively instead of the negative. Try and keep yourself busy on the computer. And when sometimes things get too tense and stuff, I try and take myself away from everyone to my bedroom so I can calm down and then come back down okay. I've tried to keep the same routine of getting up early, so 10 o'clock the latest. To try and keep a routine, but it's really hard to try and stay calm and positive with everyone putting stuff on social media and stuff with their opinions, and then you get frustrated because sometimes you don't agree with them opinions, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. So yeah, that's how I stay calm and happy.
Well, you now.
Giving myself little projects to do, keeping myself busy. Because normally,
The thing was supposed to be keeping you calm and happy.
yeah, well, just doing something outside, say, can keep me quite calm. Like all the painting I've done was quite calming because I could spend hours just painting outside and stuff.
Yeah.
And happy.
You were my Daniel Jackson.
Happy. I was happy with the results.
Karate Kid.
Yeah, I was happy
Danielson.
with the results of what we've achieved in the gardens and in the house. And I keep myself quite calm. If I do get a little bit irate, I'll ring a friend and speak to them. That works quite good.
I'm doing because I'm keeping myself interested and keeping myself happy and calmish.
How?
Because if I'm away from Sarah, it keeps me calm and happy.
You hit your back with it.
That keeps me joyful.
You do spend more time on the iPad, but when I am away from you, you do get anxious because we can be away for an hour and a half, and I get phone calls off you saying, "Where are you, mummy? I'm worried about where you are."
Trying to shout hell off me.
Yeah.
That's a new one, isn't it?
That is quite new. That has only really happened since lockdown. I have noticed his anxiety can be a bit higher than usual, but we are dealing with it, aren't we?
Yeah, because I forget where you are.
Yeah.
Which shop?
Yeah. So what are your concerns when everything comes out of lockdown with the business and everything? What are your concerns?
I just think that it's not going to be as easy to come out of lockdown as everyone thinks, and that a lot of businesses, including the Makeup Academy, are going to have to rebuild because we've got students there, but are they going to want to come in and have makeup done and use the products? And I think it's going to take a long time before people are comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I'm going to say people do it by themselves. That's keeping them confident.
Yeah.
It keeps us happy.
And again, for the events, are people actually going to want to go to events? Yet they're saying that they can't wait to get back to the events. But the reality, will they actually go through with it? Do you think a lot of people could have survived without social media and the likes of these social media platforms where we can keep in touch and can keep businesses going?
No, because years and years ago when we had sort of like things going on where like we didn't have social media, but other things sort of kicked in, but we were still going to school and stuff. This is the first time in my lifetime, and probably 100 years, that this has ever happened. Yeah, we've had different illnesses, but you've never, and we had the blackouts, in the 60s.
But I think it's been nice though that people have been being reflected more on World War II and stuff.
It was an anniversary, wasn't it?
That was because of the anniversary and certain figureheads that came out of during lockdown and what they contributed to it.
What I've liked is that the older generation have learned how to use the likes of Zoom and things like that.
Yeah.
And have learned how to use the technologies that we've now got. That's what I've liked about it. So we're not just stuck with, oh, let me pick up the phone and make a phone call to them. No, we can now FaceTime them because they know how to use it.
That's very true. I think that's one positive that's probably come out of lockdown is that technology has been getting used by all age groups. What I've sort of enjoyed about lockdown, not that we're talking about being enjoyed, but I've enjoyed watching Tyler learning things that you wouldn't believe that a 7-year-old would be doing in school.
I think we've had it so obviously some families have had it a lot harder with losing people from it. We've been quite lucky really that we not knowing anyone direct to have died of it, so we've had it quite easy really. But like you said, I've enjoyed watching Tyler grow more. Well, obviously not in school, he's learning more. As much as he's only spending time with us and stuff, his social skills and has really grown more.
Yeah. I just think, the different subjects that we would have found out some of it because he'll come home when he's been really interested and told us about it. But actually, you downloading stuff and being sent stuff from school and seeing, because I wouldn't have thought that his age group would have done as much as they did on the subject of the day Morse code and stuff, which is then
you were supposed to. It was just something that I downloaded.
Right, but to bridge that gap now,
Morse code is a part of our family.
Yeah,
because Uncle Harold
was a coder. Was a decoder. So basically, that's caused a huge age difference of Tyler being the youngest in our family and Uncle Harold being the oldest. They've now got something in common to talk about, and I think that's nice. But yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? I think everybody will come out of this with different feelings. I think spending time with family, we've always spent time together. We've always been a close-knit family. But I know from other people, they've realised that their business isn't everything. They don't have to be out 17 hours a day to bring home money to give them a lifestyle that they think that their family want. All that family truly want, and they've realised throughout of this, is their time. And I think that's going to be a huge, big thing that everybody reflects on, the fact that they're getting to know their family.
I can't wait to get away from you.
Fine.
I think for me, it made me think, well, Joe, what, we don't need the shops open 24 hours a day.
Well,
why can't we go back to them just having the set opening times, whether it be till 6, till 8, till 10 even, but do we really need them 24 hours?
No.
People are managing right now with them just having set opening times. So why do we need to go back?
What, Tyler?
Yes, Ty.
I'm going to say a few questions to you.
Go on then.
How do you feel anxious?
How do we feel anxious?
Yeah.
Do we feel anxious? I'm not that type of a person, Ty. I don't particularly feel anxious about things.
You just want answers.
Yeah,
I just want answers for everything. I don't like being out of control, but yeah, I've dealt with this because I've put my energies into other things.
Which he now hasn't got.
Which I'm,
It-
obviously I've only got little things to do. But
if you do paint,
if I do paints, I say it's therapeutic more than anything. But no, I say I'm not an anxious type of person.
I'm just anxious
You're
on
not the type of person to be anxious though, because I don't think I'm an anxious type of person, but yeah, I know when I'm anxious, my anxiety comes out as more an illness. So
Right.
when I'm feeling ill,
Yeah.
it's more than likely
But
due
it's
to
about
yeah,
something.
it's the end
Yeah,
of the
well, we
world.
know that with you anyway, and you've got more
It's the end of the world.
more anxieties because you've got Ty.
yeah.
yeah,
And I worry for you two, and you know that we do as much as we can to make your lives the way you deserve to have a life, whether I go without something or not.
how do you feel with coronavirus? About the coronavirus be here?
How do we all feel about the COVID-19?
Yeah, I think it's sad with what's happened, but I think everyone needed to stop. Everyone was going too fast. People had lost the communication, they'd lost the community spirit, and I think everyone needs to stop and just slow down.
I think it's a very sad illness, and that in some cases it doesn't end well. But I think it's made everyone question immortality, and has brought back old-fashioned community spirit, and one helps another, and people are finding that they can trust their neighbours again, and I think it brought the whole world together because everyone's in the same situation. Political opinions might be different,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter because it's about humanity and life.
And what do I think about it? I agree with Sarah. I think we've been on this roundabout that's going quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker, and it stopped and we've all got off to reflect on our lives. And I'm hoping that a lot of people will learn by this experience.
Yeah.
Well, people have got to learn by this experience.
So
and stop
I've got a question.
Oh, right, go on.
What are your thoughts on us starting Changing Times?
Be fantastic. Oh
Hey.
God, I can't say it properly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good.
The question now.
And Phil.
So I think Change Times has been good because it's been a platform for us to showcase different people from different walks of life, different businesses, and how this situation has affected them and how they've adapted. And some of them have adapted quite quickly. Some of them, it hasn't affected their business at all, and they haven't had to adapt to anything because they had things in place already. It's been interesting talking to the different people, and not all of them are people that we know to begin with, which has been quite nice for us to get to know different people through this. So yeah, I think Changing Times has been really good.
Yeah, I think Changing Times has started as an acorn, as David said before, has grown and grown, and it's it's become a big stone really, and it's given people as well a chance to air how they feel about the whole situation and how quickly they have had to adapt, and possibly going to keep what they've adapted in place, as well as carry on the business the way it was. It has been given a lot of people a lot of time to reflect. Also, it's been quite therapeutic for people to speak as well, who wouldn't normally speak out.
Yeah.
Because we have gone to different people in different walks of life and different industries and what have you. And people seem to be enjoying them when they're watching them, when they realise what they are. I think that's I think a lot of people that follow us haven't realised what Changing Times has been about. And when we've spoken to them individually, they've watched them and have thoroughly enjoyed them. So hopefully we can keep doing this. We've got enough now to take us through to the end of May, airing them anyway, which is good, which is still relevant, obviously, because things are going to start happening, really. And
have we got any celebs?
yes, we have celebrities
Can I
coming
ask the
up.
question?
So let David carry on his answer, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, no, Changing Times to me, because obviously I'm like kind of the host of it, has helped me my mental health, because I'm a people person. I like talking to people, but I'm also wanting them to have a platform to be able to share their stories, whether it's about their business or during lockdown and their family and stuff. So I think it's giving people a platform to share stories, and I think that's what it's about. It's real people, real lives, real talk, and that's what I wanted it to be about. And about your question about celebrities, yeah, we do have interviews with celebrities, some that are known, some that are known behind the screen, and some that didn't want to do the interviews now and for it to be aired because of their concerns. So we are looking at keeping Changing Times continuing when we're out of lockdown and isolation, because we think it's a really good platform for people to get on, show their business and share their stories. Thank you for everyone for watching so far. The videos aren't just for informative and listening to other people's stories. We want people to be interactive. And if they want to ask that interviewee, the guest that is on that episode, a question about their business or what, ask it, comment below, and we'll get that question.
What read out and what they do with you.
And that as well.
Yeah.
And but no, thank you for watching. We are Oultons, we are GoEvents and GoProductions, but stay safe, stay in,
Be happy.
be happy.
Keep talking.
Keep in contact with people.
Yeah.
You might not have spoke to somebody for months and months and months, but just give them a ring, give them a FaceTime, give them a message.
Reconnect with those that you've lost contact.
I'll get Zoom on you.
Yeah,
I'll get
Zoom.
Zoom. It's going to be on the description down there.
Yeah. Zoom. Zoom's the way to go.
Zoom.
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 All right.
So,
Bye.
thank you.
Bye bye.